okay? Coming at you from my mobile office, okay? My mobile office. That's what we do, okay? So we're tapping in. First of all, you guys, the craziest thing happened to my brother yesterday. You're going to want to listen to the last live I just posted right before this one. Crazy. My brother's house got broken into. I went into an entire extensive detail on exactly what happened with that. So you're going to want to hear that story. But I think the biggest takeaway now that it's been, you know, about going on 48 hours since it's happened, you can never be comfortable, right? Don't get too comfortable, right? Just don't drop the ball. Don't let your guard down. And, you know, thankfully there was some, you know, systems in place that kept them safe. But, you know, when the guy actually made it inside my brother's house, when the intruder, when the, you know, homeless intruder entered into my brother's house, broke into my brother's house, I mean, it was just pretty much the armor of God that protected my mom and my brother and his family, his 3 children and his wife and all that. But I just was like, you really just never know when things can change in 1 second. Literally in one instance, in 1 second, you just don't know. So go ahead and watch that last video. It's the craziest story. It ended up turning out, you're going to want to hear the story. You're going to want to hear the story. So I'll just say one clip of it. One clip of the story is the intruder came in, saw my mom sleeping on the couch, and was like, "Hi, you're beautiful. Can I sit next to you?" And my mom was so frightened that she literally thought that she was dreaming. Like, she literally thought that she was like, "Am I dreaming? Like, is this really happening?" So you're going to want to hear the full story. Okay, so outside of that, to God be the glory that my family is okay from that. But this is the daily check-in for your fitness check. We are doing a complete brute force going into 2025 on our health, fitness, and mindfulness. We're not waiting until December 31st to just do the same repetitive, ridiculous habit, honestly, that just does not work. So we are locked in. We are taking it serious. We are making some actual changes, some actual identity shifts. We are getting a stronger mind. We are actually making the micro changes in our life to make it easier to tap in with our health, our fitness, our mindfulness. So again, one mindset shift that I did, and it's so funny that this has been a consistent occurrence with the weather in LA, but in LA, we're used to having the sun. Okay, we're used to having the sun. And so when we don't, we just get very like, we're just spoiled. I'll put it like that. Especially, I'm not going to speak for everybody in LA, but with me, if I don't see the sun, it just automatically brings me down a couple notches and like kind of puts me into a lazy mode, and I really have to like pull myself out of it. So we are spoiled in that way. But look it's gloomy. And so what did I say a couple days ago in my live? I said every time it's gloomy, I'm doing a mindset shift of, oh, it's gloomy, that means I go even harder today. Like, that doesn't mean I snuggle up and be in a blanket all day and work from home and not move my body and eat bonbons all day while I'm working. No, it means I get up, I get to this fitness class. It's a 90-minute class. It's going to be kickboxing. The next 30 minutes is going to be HIIT cardio of just like weights and just jumping and burpees and all that. And then the last 30 minutes is running. Okay, not everybody has to. I'm not saying you need to do a 90-minute workout. But for myself, I just told myself, okay, for the rest of 2024, I'm going to do brute force. Can you guys hear me too, by the way? Let me know if you guys can hear me, because I do have this. Just put a thumbs up if you can hear me. Thumbs up if you can hear me. Because I'm trying to get better with my audio, because I know sometimes it's a little echoey when I do the lives with just like the phone microphone. So can you guys hear me? Let me know if you guys just put a yes or a thumbs up, something to just let me know that you are able to hear me clearly. I hope you guys can, and I hope it, okay, awesome. All right, I'll take that. Thank you, casual knitter. Okay, so that's what I'm doing for today. also with my diet today. So let me know what you guys are doing. This is not just like a one way, like, oh, what the day in the life of Ciana. We don't care about that. We are trying to move as a community. We are trying to move forward, be the healthiest person in our family to then encourage everybody else to be super healthy. We want to be the healthiest person in our friend group to pull everybody else with us. That's what we're doing here. That's the purpose of this pretty much almost 90-day check-in that, again, I'm not committing to, but my desire is getting me on to these lives in my mobile office every single day. So we'll see how long I can do it. I will be so proud of myself if I can do every single day until December 31st. That would be just super cool. Even if it's at least 10 minutes a day. Okay. So let me know what you're doing with your eating. What I'm doing with my eating today, it's going to be super bland and super basic. Okay. I'm vegan, vegetarian, plant-based, whatever you want to call it. I'm mainly plant-based. I'll just put it like that. I do eat Greek yogurt, like real Greek yogurt, and I will have cheese sometimes. So I will dibble and dabble in the dairy world here and there. So I don't really call myself a full-on vegan. But what I'm doing is just real basic today. So I woke up, I had hot water, and it just really gets the digestion going. So if you haven't done that, don't just wake up and shove pancakes in your mouth or, honey bunches of oats into your mouth. Like, give your body a chance to wake up. I want to highly encourage you. It's a game changer for my energy. It's a game changer just for my mental clarity in the morning. So I woke up today, had hot water, and I just put a little bit of turmeric and pepper, because you do have to pair turmeric and pepper together in order for your body to actually absorb the turmeric. So I had that this morning, and then I waited about an hour, and then I'm having some decaf coffee. Okay. And then I did put in my Miyoki right here. It's water, and then I do have like electrolytes in it that I put in it. So I'll put the electrolytes that I'm using down below later on in the description, or I'll post it on the community tab. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm working out fasted this morning. Let me know in the comments, I find that when I work out fasted, I'm just like able to tap into my own natural energy. I don't get burnt out, but it has to be in the morning. If I work out at night, like for some reason, if I have to work out at like 6 p.m., 5 p.m., I do have to have something on my stomach. But in the morning, it's like my body is just so well rested from, getting a good night's sleep that it's just like I don't need anything really. I just had like the liquid, with the hot water just to kind of rev up my body, give my body, just prepare it for the day with warm water, warm hot water. So when I'm done with my workout, I did bring a protein bar, and I really want to encourage everybody to not just rely on protein bars and protein shakes. That is going to be my end of year going into 2025 goal, is to figure out how I can get 100 grams a day of protein without having to use protein powder. Protein powder is excellent to supplement, but I actually think I was overdosing on the protein powder. Okay. So as soon as I park, I'll be able to read everyone's comments. So I'm going to be doing a protein bar right when I'm done. So my body will still be kind of like in that burning mode because I will have just got off of a 90-minute workout. So I'm going to be eating that, and then I'm going to wait a couple hours, and then I'm going to have some kidney beans seasoned up really well with some sauteed spinach and some Greek yogurt. But I actually turn the Greek yogurt into kind of like a dip. And like I do cilantro, lime seasoning, and salt and pepper, and what else? Some onion powder. I just like really season up the Greek yogurt, and then I dip my kidney beans that are also seasoned really well in that. So it's just going to be, for someone that may be like, really, but it's a light, hearty lunch that's going to make me satisfied. It's going to be savory because I genuinely like to eat light and seasoned and fresh. So I cooked them last night. So, they're still within the 24 hours. So I'll be, I usually like to just have things like super, super fresh, but, I'm on a time crunch. So I made it last night, prepared it for today. And then that's what I'm doing. And then I'll probably have the same thing for dinner. I am going to be stopping my fast stopping my last meal for the day at 4 p.m. today. So, I'm going to eat lunch at 12 and then eat lunch at at dinner at 3:45. You don't have to do that. I have just been finding the best, I have just been loving going to bed with a very empty feeling stomach. Like, I think it's awesome to eat. Like, number one, connecting with your family, good conversation is number one. But if you can, a couple times a week, just have a lighter dinner, right? Or, try to have dinner later, like challenge everybody. Okay, let's eat 1 hour earlier today. Or, one time you just have, something small, like a small soup. Just kind of play around with it the best way that you can. I do know that that is unrealistic for most people to stop eating that early. But I'm not going to do that forever. It's just for the rest of the year. I've just felt called to do that, and I have been literally like losing a pound or two every week, kind of like effortlessly. So, I'm not going to say effortlessly. I'm obviously working out, still drinking my water, still eating healthy. So there is effort, but just that one shift of my intermittent fasting window, I feel a difference. I just enjoy going to bed not feeling like heavy and like plugged up with just like a bunch of food, because at the end of the day, what are we really doing with that energy when we have such a huge amount of food at 7 p.m. at night, and then we go to bed at 10 o'clock or 11, and then you didn't really move after you ate? So that's been a game changer for me. So I'm going to be, really encouraging everybody to try it out at least for a day or two. So that's what I'm doing today. So let me know what you guys are doing for your check-in, for your fitness check, for your health check, for your mindfulness check. For my mindfulness check, I have been, so this was interesting. So I'm huge on sleep. I'm going to encourage everybody, all of you all, to really, and I'm really talking to you. There's one person I know I'm talking to right now. Like, I wish I could look at the camera, but there's one person I'm talking to right now that you need to get better at your sleep. Okay? Sleep is like, your body literally goes into a mode where it goes into this self detox, this self reconstruction of whatever's going on for the day. So 8 hours of sleep I'm always going to be down for that. But randomly, I will wake up like 6.5 hours in and feel super rested. So I've been actually kind of taking advantage of that and just getting up and, moving slower, spending time with God in the morning. I always do a morning devotional and say my prayers and just kind of like get my thoughts together, my mind together. And then I actually did some cleaning while I was listening to like Bible studies and prayers. So that's been really nice. I'm like, you know what, if I feel rested, I'm just gonna go ahead and get up and start to get stuff done and not be in a rush, and not, if you're feeling me, or if you've been doing that, or you've been craving something like that, some kind of structure like that, go ahead and like the video and let me know if that's something that you are resonating with or wanting to do, and maybe I'll do a whole video on it, because I've been really finding, like, I feel like I'm ahead of the day when I do that, when I'm waking up at 5 a.m. You don't need to wake up at 5 a.m. every day. There's tons of millionaires that talk about how they don't wake up at 5 a.m. But I can say, when you do wake up at 5 a.m., you just actually literally can get more stuff done, because there's not so many things coming at you, right? Phone calls, emails, like, it's quiet from that, that 5 a.m. to 6:15 a.m. time period. It's just such a nice quiet time that you can really get your thoughts together. You can start to get organized for the day. You can maybe do 30 minutes of cleaning if you want to, whatever you need to do. That pile of clothes that's been, sitting there for 2 or 3 days that you feel like you don't have time for, just kind of get up, get your day going, maybe do a chore very slowly and kind of in a meditative way. And you'll see a difference. So tap in with that for the mind. And again, if you're new to my channel, go ahead and subscribe if you're into talking about health, fitness, mindfulness, and beauty. And it's really for women that are looking to level up in all of those areas. That's why my page is called Embody Pursuit, because we are in pursuit of embodying that next level for ourselves, right? It never ends, because like we're never gonna hit a ceiling. As soon as we touch a ceiling, we're gonna break it and go to the next ceiling. So it's just a constant pursuit of embodying that next level, that next tier. And when I say embodying, I really mean like being that person, like identifying with that human being that is someone that is healthy, that is, you know, level-headed, that is sound in your mind, you know, that is moral, ethic, like all of that, right? So that's what we're just striving to be our best self. So go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and like the video if you're resonating with that. And I do have men that benefit from this information as well, not only for themselves, but just learning about women, you know, millennial women, older Gen Z women that are just trying to figure it out. And, you know, it might give you some insight on into what, you know, women are actually, you know, concerned with and what we're working on. So I think it does benefit. And I'll read your questions as soon as I park. I do want to highlight, talking about protein, I do want to highlight a protein that I've been using. It's called a Supps. I've been talking about it for over a year now. It's awesome, awesome, awesome vegan protein. So if you're looking for vegan protein or fat burners or green powder, look at their catalog of stuff. It's awesome. So I'll have that linked down in the description for you to tap in with. It's kind of expensive. That's why I do like that I do have a code to give you if you do want to get high quality protein powder and supplements, but you don't want to necessarily break the bank. So it offs like 10 or 15 bucks depending what you get. So people are really benefiting from it. Yeah, so that's my check-in for the day. I'm actually going to be parking in a second, so I'll be able to read your questions. But that's pretty much it. We're keeping it simple. We're keeping it light. We're keeping it positive. And we are just, you know, taking it, being ahead of the day, not feeling like the day is steering you, right? And you're in a rush and you're overwhelmed and anxiety and all that. We're not doing that going into 2025. We're going to be calm, cool, collected. We're going to be, you know, organized. And if you're not, we're attempting to get there, right? Like as long as we're trending up, there's going to be some days, some hours, some weeks that are you kind of trend down for a second, but then as long as you look at the trajectory of over the course of 6 months, it's kind of like a stock market chart. Like you see the chart and you're like, it's trending up, even though sometimes it goes down a little bit, but it's like it's trending up. That's the goal. That's what we want to do with the last 90 days, under 90 days at this point. I believe it's like 80, maybe 75 days left of the year. We want to just kind of tighten up in those areas. So I'm super excited to have anyone, you know, joining, and I would love to hear your guys' questions. If I'm not able to answer your questions on this live, what I love doing is answering your questions on an entire other live, and that will be the topic, or doing a whole video on your question, because most of the time most people have the same exact thing going on, the same issues, the same concerns, the same struggles, the same problems, and it really does help when you do ask questions, so that way I can answer them, and if I don't have the answer, I can get a resource for you that will help you with that answer. Okay, so that's I literally just have a passion for it. I love it. I love when I can help people figure it out with their health, with their mind, with their just self-development and self-improvement. It's just like, it's, some people do video games. My thing is self-development. All right. So, okay. Thank you, Hallie. Good morning. Actually, is it good afternoon for you? I'm not sure where you are. I don't think you're on the West Coast, though. Okay, so this is like, I'm not hitting this too much. Yeah. So yes, I am heading into my class right now. I feel like I'm like hitting this. This is just such a, you know, the journey of trying to figure out how to be an online inspirer. I don't want to call myself just a YouTuber, and YouTubers are dope, but okay, so let's dig into some of these questions if you guys have any. The full moon today. Time to lock in. Yep. Ciana, I'm proud of you. Thank you, Patrick. And thanks for always tapping in with me too. Hi, Ciana, looking pretty. Oh, thank you guys. I appreciate the compliments. And supporting. Yes, like the video. Like the video. My ethnicity, I'm black and Punjabi, half black, half Punjabi. And if you don't know what Punjabi is, it is a state at the top of India. It's right next to Pakistan. It's at the very top of India. Oh, you again, back in my Anglo, despite me not subbing, leaving it to fate, whether I see you ever again. Okay, okay. Is this a sign? Probably not. Anyway, I'll sub, but going to just wanted to say hi. Okay, thanks for tapping in. Good morning, my lady. Hi, Rick. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Okay, cool. I'm on the East. Okay, that's right. I knew. Okay, that's right. 11:50. Okay, so it's still good morning. Okay, awesome, 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 awesome. What's so cool about the East Coast is that you guys get the stock market. Like the stock market opens up at 9:30, and I'm like really into the stock market. It's just like fun to like learn about it. But if you really want to be on it early and start to get the news early, you got to be on it. You got to be ready to go at 6 a.m. or 5:50, kind of like listening to the news, and then right when the market opens, it's ready to go. But it's at 6:30 a.m. So if you're ready to, kind of be in that mindset, or you have to be ready to be in that mindset to like think about numbers and stuff like that early in the morning. So I am a little jealous of that. I'm not gonna lie, with the East Coast squad. I need to learn more. I invested in one stock a few years ago. Have no idea what's happening with it now. What platform did you use? Did you use like Robinhood or your another like some kind of app or like Fidelity? What else? Webull. What app did you just tap in with it? See, you might have gained. Usually, I mean, the stock market wants to go up. It's gonna like it might take time, but if you look at the SPY, the SPY, it's like the top Fortune 500 companies that you know are just super solid, and you can't really go wrong with investing in it. It is kind of expensive, but you can get fractional shares, so you can. So yeah, so it wants to go up. So even if it looks like it went down a little bit, if it's a good company, it will eventually go up. Oh, hi, how are you? It was so nice meeting you in person. That was so cool. That was so cool. Let me see if I check it really quick right now. Yeah, check to see. It might have went up. You never know, and you could either sell out of it or just keep it in there and let it grow. If it's working for you. All right. So right now, what we're doing is we're doing a 90 days. So if you're just tapping in, we're doing the next. Well, now it's like 75 days till the end of the year or so, maybe a little less than 75 days. We are taking it serious. We're not messing around with doing the same habits, doing the same complaints, doing the same excuses. So we're doing a check-in every day. That's my hope. I don't want to commit and say, yeah, I will be on every day, but I've been able to do it the last 4 days in a row. So it's my desire to be on every day and do fitness, mindfulness, and health check. So an overall wellness check on what we're doing today, what we're going to be focused on for the day, what we're eating for the day, and we're staying away from the drama. We're staying away from the celebrity news, right? I can't lie, you guys, all the stuff that's going on with DIDDY. It's like watching, like, what are those shows, like 48 hours or 60 minutes, or like those crazy documentaries on Netflix? That's what I feel like I'm watching when I listen to the DIDDY news. I don't know if I get flagged for that, what's going on with that, but I'm just gonna, take some precautions on that. I'm going to be honest, I fell off my workouts and finding it challenging to get back into it. Well, girl, welcome, welcome. We are doing a little by little, do what you can every day to just move your body, make a healthier choice, or even if you're still eating like whatever you're eating, just eat less of it, right? So if you're having pizza every night, maybe have salad with the pizza, right? Then have 2 slices of pizza. I'm not saying you're eating pizza, but just as an example, right? So um we're doing micro habits, changing micro habits that are realistic, that are not going to overwhelm us, not make it super like where we get anxiety to be healthy. It's like we should be having fun being healthy. It should be exciting. We should get, have an exhilarated feeling, a thrill, right? Um, you know what? But that's still value. There's value right there. So just put it onto a really good ETF like SPY. Like if you can get fractionals. Like, I don't know what you have it invested in, but get fractionals and get like an ETF where it just follows all of the companies. Like you might as well sell out of that and put I think I invested $100 back when I did. Oh, okay. So the company might have just see, sometimes with the growth companies, it's a little difficult. It's a little difficult. I'm not a financial advisor, by the way. I'm just, talking from my experience. But you might want to just put that into a really solid ETF. And ETFs follow really solid companies like in the tech industry or, the oil industry. It'll follow all the best companies and just let it sit. You might as well roll that over to something. And it might grow back in 2 or 3, 4, 5 years. You might look up and have $1,000 in there and be like, oh wow, that was in there. I put that in there 5 years ago and I just came up on $1,000 like effortlessly. Okay. Oh, that's sweet. I appreciate the compliment. Winter brings me brain fog more. Oh, you know what? And you live out in LA as well. And so it's like I was telling everybody earlier that oh yeah, we're gonna talk. Yeah, that company, I know exactly what company. I actually have some free stocks that I got for signing up with an app, and I just noticed that it doesn't really do anything for some reason. It seems like it's a solid company, but like it just kind of goes up and down. So I actually know what company that is. It's funny. So yeah, just type in the best ETFs right now to invest in, and then just kind of do your research and just roll it over. Don't close it out. Don't spend the $34 since it's been sitting there anyway. Just like let it grow. In my opinion, again, I'm not a financial advisor. Just for YouTube, I don't want to get flagged. But I was telling people earlier that Mimi, I was telling people earlier that living in LA, it just kind of makes you like, I need to go. I'm like, just have the class is going on. I need to go. I just have so much fun like talking with you guys on live. But something about it being gloomy, it just like brings you down. And I don't know, again, I don't know if it's because we're spoiled and we're just used to the sun. But yeah, I always like will wake up with like okay, it's gloomy, it's like it's dark, it's gray. I don't know what it is. So I just have been switching my mindset to saying, oh, when it's gray, that means I'm going to go hard today. Like I'm going to be extra checked in. I'm going to be extra organized. I've been trying to use the gray to like propel me forward. So, but yeah, with the brain fog, I feel you on that. I get it. I get it. Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and tap in. Tap in with me later. I may or may not get back on, but you're going to want to subscribe. You're going to want to like, but I'm going to tap in with this fitness class right now because I am late. So, all right. Yes, girl. Yeah. Adopt that. See if it works for you. I've been doing it I just adopted that this last 4 days and it's actually been working for me. Like, okay, it's gloomy outside. You know what? I'm going to like go into my Rocky mode. Like I'm going to have my hoodie on, like my invisible hoodie. And I'm just going to go hard today and just knock out this 90-minute workout. I'm going to, be on point with my eating. I'm going to get a lot of work done with my, at-home work and be on point today. So, all right. Have a beautiful rest of your day and we'll talk soon. Bye.